If I were gonna give you just one, I probably was going to give you In Rainbows.
Interesting. Yeah, it was fun. I liked it a lot.
Okay.
I think mine were like OK Computer, In Rainbows, and then
Okay. Yeah.
Today.
Then Today. Okay, that makes sense.
But I think
But it
in
didn't
general,
stick with you as much as like OK Computer.
no, it didn't stick with me as much, and I don't know if I was maybe like really focused on OK Computer because I know it's more critically acclaimed.
Mm-hmm.
And it was also the first one I listened to, so I was really locked in.
Right. You're ready.
But like In Rainbows, I just kind of like let it take over me, and I just kind of let it go, and it was really fun. I liked it a lot.
Honestly, I feel like that kind of works out for a lot of their albums, like doing it that way. You could do it both ways, which is really nice. I think that's part of the reason there.
But I think it makes a lot of sense why people are obsessed with them and how important they are and what it means to your music and music of other people that we know and like just some of our friends that love Radiohead. Like I get it.
Good.
I understand.
See, I think that's huge. And I'm glad you do.
Yeah. So people are like, "Oh, I love Radiohead." I don't think I'd be like, "Ugh," anymore.
I'd
be like, "Oh, okay."
You know,
like I'd be able to know them better because I know what Radiohead is.
100%. Not even point of reference. You're like, oh, I get where you're coming from with this.
Yes.
Or if somebody's like, oh man, like I like this about it. You're like, oh, like Radiohead.
Yeah.
This is what they're going for. And be like, yeah.
And now I'll know. I'll be like, oh, I get it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I was going into it wanting to accomplish is understanding.
Yeah.
I was like, because I went into it thinking like, don't expect to like this. And I did. So that's pretty huge. I liked it and I understand it. And I think that those are two big things. I don't love it, but I don't have to love it. I just like it. And I think I understand why it's so important.
Yeah. You don't have to go come out of it with your new favorite artist.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's the best way to go into it is like, I'm just going to see what it's like.
Yeah, for sure.
And give it a shot and be curious.
Yeah.
You know,
I agree.
Dude, that's really cool.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool that you did that.
Thank
so
you.
When you offered, like, hey, I could give you some John Mayer albums, like, I gotta.
Yeah.
I have
you
to.
gotta do it now.
This is, I'm definitely, if I respect you for doing that, I gotta do it too.
It's totally fair. I'm very excited for John Mayer, for you to tell me your thoughts on John Mayer, regardless of what they are. I want to know.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to be honest. I'm gonna be,
no, please do. Please do.
So I didn't know very much about his music, to be honest. Like I know, like I obviously had heard of him. Right. I'd heard some of the big songs, like I'd heard Gravity and what's the other, the Change the World, Waiting on the World to Change.
Yeah,
I'd heard that one, and I'd heard his voice on stuff, and as a kid, I'm like, I hate this. Yeah, I hate everything he's doing. Right. He thinks he's cool.
Yeah. Fair.
He thinks, which is true.
Yes.
Which is just true.
Very fair.
He thinks he's cooler than he is. He thinks he's sexy.
Yes.
Like, and it pissed me off. I always hated that kind of confidence, which I think is kind of why I drifted into like more the Radiohead thing where they're like,
right.
Yeah. He's like, you know?
Yes.
Don't clip that.
Yeah. No, I'm very interested to hear your thoughts on this because I'm going to follow up with also thoughts after, because I also re-listened to make sure that I was up to date.
Right.
Because it had been a while since I've heard like Room for Squares and I heard Continuum. So I started to do that. And I was like, I need to just like make sure that I'm up to date because when Lucas is talking about it, I need to make sure I know what he's talking about. Right. So yeah, I was just doing
But you
that.
did the whole discography.
I did the whole discography. The whole discography. I was so locked because I was like, oh, I love this. Oh, I love this. Oh, I remember this. So I just kept going. But so I have things to bring up when it comes to like him thinking he's cool and sexy. But go ahead with, so you did Room for Squares first.
I did Room for Squares first.
Okay.
No, I didn't.
Really? You went out of, okay.
No, I didn't.
What did you do first?
The first one I did was Man's Search for Meaning. Was that it? Man's Search for Meaning? What is it?
The Search for Everything.
The Search for Everything.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's okay. That's a hard title to remember because there's no like
song like that.
I mean, there's the theme, but it's
the theme. Which, by the way, loved the theme.
Yeah.
So that I was this listening through, I was very surprised, especially because like I don't think that was the right starting place for him, especially because like I don't think it didn't sound like the other albums at all.
No. His growth, like you can kind of feel his growth throughout the albums.
Yeah.
So maybe I should have said like start with Room for Squares, but like
honestly, I'm glad I didn't.
Okay.
Really?
Because
it it threw me off in a way where I'm like, okay, I should listen. Like I should listen a bit harder, not like
Yeah.
have expectations.
Yeah.
And my immediate well, hold on, I wrote down
Oh,
what I thought.
you wrote that. You wrote?
I wrote
Wow.
because you wrote. So
Wow.
I wrote.
That's awesome.
Juan Mayor.
Yeah. I want to preface it. The Search for Everything is like my one, like, if not second to, if not my favorite album
Of all time?
of all time.
Wow. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I
And I think I'm biased because I listened to it for the first time at a very specific moment in time, and everything he was singing about, I was like,
right.
that's me.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
so I think that plays a very big role into it. Maybe I don't think it's like the best album of all time, but to me, it's
Right.
like the most important album.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Honestly, Aaron, that's something I noticed, especially on this album, like listening through, there were songs on it where I'm like, Aaron Fern.
Wow.
This sounds
Well,
so
thank you.
much like a song you would write.
That means a lot to me. Thank you.
Yeah. Like guitar, even the guitar riffs.
Yeah.
I'm like, wow, this sounds like a guitar riff Aaron would write. Or
Okay, I'll
like
take that.
the melody,
Okay.
like the whole thing. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, we did something like this on Jack Horner.
Yes, we did. Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, I get where he's going with that now.
Yeah.
So like in the same way where you're like, you understand Radiohead, I think I understand you a bit better now.
Oh.
I feel like having listened to this album in particular.
Yeah.
The other albums a little bit, but
Yeah.
this one definitely, I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
I want to say on the whole,
Mhm.
really like this album.
Oh, wow.
Really
Okay.
like it.
Huge. I love that. Love to hear it.
The first listen through, I did not. I'm
Really?
gonna be honest. I did. So
Okay.
I listened to each of them twice.
Wow.
Or
Okay.
I listened to this one 3 times actually.
Wow. That's a lot of work. Thank you.
Yeah, I kind of had it on the background sometimes.
Okay.
But usually that's my listening process
Mm-hmm.
when I try to like really identify an album. Like, what do I think of it? I
Yeah.
do 3 listens minimum.
Okay.
The first listen just to get the feeling of like what they're going for,
Mhm.
and the next 2 to like pick up on stuff.
Yeah.
Because it's hard for me to. I have a hard time
Yeah.
listening through once and being very confident on how I feel on it.
Yeah.
Unless
kinda
I'm
the same.
sitting there like you were on a train. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah. And I was like
Yeah.
locked in. If you're not locked in, you got to like listen to it a few times.
Yeah. So Still Feel Like Your Man came on
Mhm.
immediately, and I went, "This is John Mayer.
Mhm.
I like it."
Yeah.
I was
Well,
like,
do you remember when you listened to that like 2 years ago and you were singing it? Because we
Still
did
Feel Like Your
Music
Man?
League and I put it on Music League and then you were listening to it a bunch.
Oh no, I didn't remember. But I remember thinking this sounds familiar. I think I've heard this before.
Yeah.
I probably listened to it a bunch that
Yeah,
that week.
yeah.
No, because that was by far the easiest song for me to get into, and I think
It's
maybe
a
that's
great
why
start to the album because
It's
it easily
really
gets
good.
you into it.
it immediately get picked up. Immediately
Yeah.
like, bum, 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 bum,
Yeah.
bum, 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 bum.
Yeah, it's so good.
And there's so many good like little runs and like it's so groovy and so like it feels very like inspired. I think inspired. Like it feels like he's like, I want to do this thing. I want to do this.
Yeah.
And he did it.
Yeah.
Versus like I feel like with see, this is hard for me because I want to talk about the other albums in
Go ahead.
reference.
No, go ahead.
But like the other ones, it feels like he's kind of going for something, or like he has an idea of what he wants to go for, but really he is just like writing songs, and he's like, I think this would be cool. And he's
Yeah.
like, I can kind of hear him experimenting or like being a bit more less intentional, if that makes sense.
In the earlier stuff.
In the earlier
yes,
stuff.
for sure.
Like
Yeah.
every song in this feels extremely intentional.
Yes.
Like I'm like, it's like, oh, he's going for a groove. He's going for this. He's going
Yeah.
for that. And he's pulling it off
Yes.
incredibly well.
Yeah.